So I'm gonna start at the beginning if you don't mind. So obviously I just interviewed ARson and he said y'all met in high school. No, middle school. Middle school?
Yeah. High school, ninth grade, really. Yeah, that's my dog, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We go way back. We got cool on the bus, locked in, messing around, had some classes together, got real cool, and figured out, you know what I'm saying? We both do music, we just locked in, it was up from there.
Okay, so when did you start doing music?
Really when I met him, you know what I'm saying? Before that, I was writing poetry and doing different stuff. I was freestyling a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I had rapped like once or twice before that, but, you know, when I seen that him and, you know, Kilo Camp, like Big June and Reed Solid them, you know what I'm saying? They was doing it on a much larger scale. They had a studio, so got in and it was just on from there, man.
Okay, because I noticed that you also have a unique style. It's almost, I had a word for it earlier. I think I said sophisticated trap. Was that the word I used? I think that's what I thought. But yeah, because it's
that is real, man. I mean, I just figure it's boss talk, man. It's all about the feeling, you know. I can't even, you know, describe myself, my genre to anybody, because you know I skip around a lot. It's just whatever I'm feeling, whatever the beat tell me to do. You know, I might be singing one minute and go in there and do a song, trying to do some EDM or something, ride the beat. You never know with me, because you know we've been in the game a long time. It's like, you know, you got to find new creative spaces to work in, man. You know, I feel like that's what keeps the artist going and make it worthwhile. You know, you challenge yourself creatively, you'll never get tired of doing it.
Did you always have kind of a fluid type of style, or did you initially start off just straight rapping?
Nah, man, I really started off, you know, I told you I wrote poetry before, so I ain't know nothing about no bars and any of that, so I just wrote paragraphs and was rapping it out. You know, we had to figure it out along the way, and I had to take a breath whenever I could, you know, and, you know, throughout the years I learned how to control my breaths and, you know, do it the way I can perform it, you know, where it sounds better, and, you know, just being a connoisseur of music, I just kind of learned how to navigate everything.
So do you have a preference of straight rapping, straight harmonies? Like how do you decide which direction you're gonna go? Does it depend on the beat or just how you feel?
It's pretty much, man, it depends on the day. Really and truly, man. I mean, you know, I was a songwriter for a little while. I wrote everything. So it's pretty much like, you know, when I step into that realm, it's just whatever I'm feeling like. You know, I can go off a feeling, I can go off the beat. You know, it might be a subject I want to speak on. You know, it just determine whatever trigger a thought.
Okay. And so do you have your go-to producers, or how does that go?
Yeah, man. I mean, I pretty much just deal with B33 and you know, Captain Kirk, Meat Fresh. I deal with the same people pretty much often, you know, if nothing else.
Okay, for sure. Okay. So I remember when I was sitting in on your interview with Bell, did you talk about, I think you said you had the opportunity to work with Akon?
Yeah.
So how did that come about? Like, where did you go and get to that point?
So I locked in with a guy named Carlos Brown and introduced me to Cody. It just kind of triggered. It was a trickle effect, man. It pretty much like people passing my music around, and you know the opportunity came about. I told her I was a songwriter, and she got me in touch with Tiger, who was a part of Convict Music. So he just pretty much brought me to the studio down in Atlanta where Akon was there, had me write a couple songs to present to him and stuff like that, and it was just on from there, man.
Okay, for sure. So did you get an opportunity to sign with him or anything? Or?
Nah. I didn't sign with him. You know, it was around the area where he started building the city or whatever he was doing. He was doing different ventures. You know, he wasn't looking for no artist. I think he was investing all his money in that. So he was pretty much like, you know, he gave me some good insight and, you know, just worked with me. One of his artists worked with me a lot, but I worked with his son. His son's a producer, you know, but other than that, you know, it was just a learning experience more so than anything.
Okay, so I'm gonna rewind a little bit. So you started in high school making music, and then when was the first moment you kind of was like, okay, I can do this shit for real?
When a guy approached me about writing a gospel rap song.
Okay, about what age was that?
Like 18.
Oh damn, okay, that was early.
Yeah, like 18, and you know, he heard some of my music and he was like, man, you know, I wanted to get in his studio. We wanted a spot.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have no spot for a setup. So he was like, you know, if you write music for my son, I'll let you use my spot. You know
it's swap it out, yeah.
Studio. So, like, damn, man, I ain't never wrote no gospel song. You know, I've been in church, but I one of them kids, man. I be in the corner of the pew, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I did that, and it just, you know, he took so kindly to it, you know. He took to it so much, I started, you know, pushing myself out there, and I got with the Songwriters Guild of America and got a contract and really just started pursuing it more so, you know. And then I did like everybody else. I got on Fiverr and did different songs and stuff like that. I wrote country music, just everything, man. It just opened up a lot of doors.